Yeah. So good evening, everyone. So if you notice all the sessions that we are having in these Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki, if you just follow each of those sessions, you will discover that you are moving in a different trajectory of your life. At least we just attend the session with full consciousness awareness, you will discover that you are moving, rather you are creating a new trajectory for your life where things are falling in place the way you want it. Okay. Now, last session we were talking about that are you an AC, or like how you're dealing with the ACs of your life. Tonight we'll talk about something very important, and this very important topic is how can I take out 1 hour for myself every day. Okay. And it's a very simple topic, and in fact the activity is also very simple, and it may appear really simple to you, but it's not that easy. Okay. And why it is not that easy, that you'll discover. So let me tell you how you can do that. You figure out that what is that one goal that you want to achieve in next say 7 days. Let us just take 7 days. Okay, बहुत बड़ा कुछ गोल लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. Maybe there are a lot of tasks which are pending and you just want to get those things done, and for whatever reason you are not finding enough time to work on that. Okay, so you just take out one such activity, one such task that you want to accomplish, and you are putting your best effort. I'm not saying you are trying your best, I'm saying putting your best effort to get that job done, maybe over last so many months, maybe so many weeks, and you are not finding enough time for that. Okay, just pick up one such task, and what you need to do is very simple thing. That simple thing is that you make it a priority every hour and give only 5 minutes to it. You don't need to focus on whether you're doing it in the right way or not, whether you're doing it the wrong way or not, whether it is working for you or not, or some logic may come up कि 5 मिनट में क्या होता है. 5 minutes will go just while I am paying attention to it, and you are saying that I will pay my attention for 5 minutes and I'll just leave it. Yes, my dear angels, just do that. I'm telling you the magic that you are going to create. You take up that one activity and you forcibly take out 5 minutes of your time every hour at the stroke of the full circle. For example, you started say at 9 o'clock, then 10 o'clock, then 11 o'clock, then 12 o'clock, like that. And do it with full conscious awareness for 5 minutes. Whatever is you can do, just do to fulfill some part of, to fulfill some action to achieve that goal. Okay, now let me give you one of the simplest tasks, that whether this is going to work for you or not. Okay, you just pick up one book that you want to read, a book that you really want to read, or if you're already reading some book, take another book that you want to read, and your only job is to read that book for 5 minutes. Now whether you get any message from that book or whether it makes sense for you, that is not important. What is important is that during those 5 minutes you will read that book. That is the only thing that you're supposed to do. Okay, you are not supposed to add any meaning to this. No meaning attachment. Okay, you are not supposed to attach any meaning to this activity. So in 5 minutes, if you can complete whatever, wherever you want to complete, my intention, my only request is to just read only for 5 minutes. For example, if that 5 minutes ends at half a page, somewhere inside that page, we just stop there, and you'll start reading from there in the next hour. Okay, you may tell yourself, or your subconscious may tell yourself, that this doesn't work, this won't work. How can you think that just for reading 5 minutes you will get the message? You will forget also. You may not be able to pay your full attention to it. You cannot concentrate. You will be focused on, your focus will go out of that range of 5 minutes. You will think of, once this 5 minutes is over, I have to get back to my work again, whatever work I'm doing. All these things will come up. That is where you need to notice that how your subconscious is creating distractions for you. It is not always distractions are being created by external agents or external stimuli. Most of the distractions that are created in your life are by your own thoughts, your own internal talking that is going inside your head, this machine. Most of the distractions of your life are an outcome of this talk, which is going inside this machine. It's not about anything else. So even if you think that a notification on your mobile is creating the distraction, no. Imagine you are driving. Now, when you're driving on a busy street, the notifications are still coming, but they're not distracting you. Because you know the notifications are supposed to come anyway, because it has been already activated. If you pay your attention to notifications, you will meet up with an accident. So your subconscious will not allow you to get distracted, even though notifications are coming, even though there is a call. If you make up your mind that while I drive, I will not take a call, that call will not distract you, because you have already taken a decision that I am not going to entertain you. The message is loud and clear that you have already given this instrument an instruction that since I am driving right now, this is my priority. Paying attention to the road, to my driving is a priority right now. So it's okay when the phone rings. It's okay when the notification comes. I'll attend you later. So then those distractions, rather those events do not distract you. Then what distracts you? It's your own internal dialogue. You tell yourself that this is important for me right now, let me attend it. That's what you do. So my invitation is that just take out 5 minutes every hour and do it only for next 7 days before we come to our next Tuesday session. I'm not telling you to do it for the rest of your lifetime. Just do it for 7 days and see what happens. And you take a book which you really want to read. I'm just giving you an example of one activity. The book is a very good activity. Now imagine if you're taking out 5 minutes over a period of 10 hours, maybe 12 hours, for example, from 10 o'clock, like from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., or maybe 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., for example. So if you're taking out 5 minutes every hour over a period of 12 hours, so 5 into 12 is 60. So you are taking out 60 minutes from your busy hours. How much time you need to read a book? Now, if you do it from Monday to Friday, let me assume that Saturday, Sunday, you won't be doing it. So you're doing it from, say, tomorrow onwards, say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then again Monday, Tuesday, for example. So you have 5 hours. You check out at what speed you read the book. So if you are reading, say, 10 pages over a period of 5 minutes, I'm just giving just a casual figure. So in 1 hour, you can read 100 pages. So in 2 days, you can finish a 200-page book. It's possible. So in a week's time, probably you can read 3 books with it, which has an average of 150 to 200 pages. And you know, surprisingly, what will happen? You will pick up all that is important from you while you read that book. Your subconscious is very smart. So whatever you are in need at that point of time, the vibrations at which your thoughts are vibrating at that point of time, it will pick up the vibrations, similar vibrations from the book that you are reading. And if you read a physical book, It is real fun instead of reading it on a mobile or on a tab or on a computer screen. And I promise you, within a week, you will be a different person. You won't believe how you get time, where you get time from to read a book. And if when your subconscious get this message that I can read a book, I think reading a book a week is a very difficult task. But now I can read 2 books a week. That means I can pay my attention or focus my attention this way into any task which is pending there for a long time. One of the tasks could be talking to your friends, actually making a call, your school friends, your college friends, your old office colleagues, you're just making a 5 minute call. Just call that person and just, I just wanted to talk to you. I just thought about you. I wish everything's okay, all going cool. So I have 5 minutes. I just thought about talking to you. And you note that 5 minutes, and by the time that 5 minutes ends, you must close that call. Otherwise, you will get into distraction mode. So in a day, you can talk to 10 people. 50 people over a 5 day week. I'm talking working days. I'm not even talking about weekends. 50 people. Over a period of month, you are touching 200 people. And out of these 200 people, there may be some people who connect with each other. And imagine if they are connected and they talk about you, what's going to happen? Both of them will say that this person called me. Okay. So focus your attention, whatever I'm talking about. I am just giving you a practical way of taking out 5 minutes for yourself every hour. You can use this 5 minutes for many things. It's your choice. Maybe some freehand activity. So just pick it up and then see what happens. If you have any questions, you can ask me. But before asking any question, I would suggest you to think this that this is a new awareness for you, right? I'm not saying you have to agree with me. Neither I am saying you have to disagree with me. With this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself? So before asking any question, I would request you to answer this question.
Hello, Vikas ji. I mean, Pinaki ji. So program saying,
Your
and
voice is not
namaste
coming
everybody.
properly.
Oh, sorry. Is it better now?
It's better now. Yeah.
Pinaki ji. Namaste, Pinaki ji, and everybody else here. Um, yeah, what I got out of this was my first reaction was 5 minutes seems to be a bit too much of a commitment every hour, because you never know what you're doing. And sometimes I'm traveling, sometimes I'm somewhere else, I'm meeting people and so on. But 1 minute may be doable at the beginning of the hour is what I'm thinking. And something that I had tried earlier with when I got exposed to Brahma Kumaris, was to meditate for a minute, just to still yourself for a minute. So you don't even need a book, you don't need anything. You just need to kind of sit still and focus on
Traffic control.
Hanji, exactly. So I found that it was very good actually. when I was able to do it, because for a minute you literally with yourself, with your higher self, and that was a very powerfully calming and centering experience, which reminded us that we really are something much, much more than
Which
what we
reminded
perceive.
me, talk in
Which
first
reminded
person.
me,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, I thought I said me. Okay, which reminded me of something that I'm much, much more of than this identity of Ramesh. So that was a powerful experience for me. Yes, when I did it,
hmm,
and it wasn't very easy to continue for a long, long time, but I did it for a few days, and it was very powerful. Yes,
very true. Now, what happens that when you do the same activity, then it becomes a machine kind of activity. You feel like that it is very mechanical.
correct.
So that's why I'm giving you an option that you choose something, some activity which is long pending. You just choose that activity and then focus on that activity only, so that there is a variety.
Got it.
So instead of making it a mechanical approach, you make it a, like in this case, you can make a spiritual approach, or you can make it an approach which is like, probably you can say that it's a productivity approach, a growth approach, peace of mind approach.
Hmm.
Ultimately, it should not be a mechanical approach.
Right.
It's like probably priority approach or prioritization approach. You know, this is what I'm supposed to do, and you can make a variety of activity. Reading books is just one of them. You can also change it to listening to podcasts.
So use that 5 minutes. What you're
Exactly.
suggesting for
Use that five
any
minutes
of
for
a
yourself.
variety of
Yeah,
activities. Okay, fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of that 5 minutes, there should be a sense of accomplishment. That's why I was
Got it.
suggesting that do only one activity. Like if it is reading a book, just continue with that book, so that your subconscious is getting this message that I have read up to so many pages.
Yes.
Yeah. You can make it 5 minutes. You can change it also. You can say that, okay, let me read 10 pages. So if it is a book with uh, big fonts, then probably 10 pages. If it's a book with small fonts, then probably 5 pages. So you choose, and
Are you
then
talking
it's
about
basically a game
speed
that you are
reading?
playing. So you can play the game in terms of time. You can play
Is
the
it like
game in
speed
terms of
reading?
that. It has to be some number associated with it. That is most important. It has to be a number game. See, numbers never lie. You know? So, for example, let me give you a simple example. See, if I choose this book to read, okay, now this has comparatively bigger fonts, spaces there. Okay, and then there is other one like this one, Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Now this has smaller fonts, very small fonts. Okay, even there is no gap between the paragraphs. So now if I play a number game, that okay, with for this book I will just read 5 pages every hour, and I made a commitment to myself that I don't care whether I understand it or not, but I know that whatever is important for me, my mind will pick it up. So it's like you are telling your subconscious that I am giving you the opportunity, and whatever is important for you, you just pick it up. It's like you are driving on a highway and you are telling yourself that I will take a break every hour for 5 minutes. Now you choose what you are going to do in that five minutes. So you're literally getting out from the car. Now you can do whatever you want to do. You can stretch, you can have a cup of tea, you can just look here, look there. Now, if you drive a long route with a break of every hour for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, It might take 1 extra hour to reach that place, but by the time you reach that place, you are fresh. You don't even notice that you have traveled for last 10 hours, you are driving for last 9 hours, or maybe taking some more breaks for eating and small breaks. You won't get that. Like recently on 17th of February, I went to Shitla. So it is almost a 10-hour drive from here. 8 hours drive plus breaks. So it took me 10 hours to reach there. So this is exactly what we did. So as I was driving, so I know that now it is say 12 o'clock or it is 1 o'clock. When it is 1 o'clock, I'm driving slow. I cannot get down anywhere on the road. Wherever I can get down, I can get down. Otherwise, I'm driving slow. Instead of driving at a speed of 80, maybe I'm driving at a speed of 40. Just slow for 5 minutes. Consciously, because I'm taking rest. And then after that 5 minutes, then again I just speed up. Highway mein kya hota? It just takes 30 seconds to reach 80, 90 like that. So now what is happening? Consciously, I'm taking a break and I'm enjoying that moment. So this is what I'm talking about. That you, I'm not saying that it's a traffic control or doing anything or taking control of your thoughts. No theory. I'm not talking about any theory. Like what is happening theoretically. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about whatever is important for you, some activity that you really want to do and you're unable to get time for it. Just start doing it for 5 minutes every hour, at least for next 5 days. And then you see what happens. Anna? I'm telling you, each one of you, that you will be surprised that how you are getting that
Yeah,
extra 1 hour.
I've experienced once.
Yeah. Yeah, Ramesh, you are.
Yeah, I was saying that I experienced once driving when I was observing the silence in a weekend retreat. So at that time, I also observed that I was kind of I felt very connected to the car, almost like as if the car was like clothes. You almost thought and you moved to the right or left. It did not even feel like I was
Mm,
steering. It was that intense a connection. So I also observed when we were hugging trees or when I had to communicate with another friend of mine who was also observing the silence retreat. We did not even have to speak. We could just look at each other and nod, and then we would understand what the other person was saying. This ability to perceive became much sharper, and somehow internally, I think it felt like there was a kind of cushion that enveloped everything that we did. Even when we moved around, it felt like the joints were better cushioned, connected to oneself like that.
very true. Very true. So I call this concept 5 good minutes. 5 good minutes. So you call those 5 minutes. Usko, you can also give your own name. So the name which I have given is 5 good minutes. And how I'm leveraging these 5 good minutes is what going to give me that extra thing which I'm looking forward to. So I've used it in many different ways, whatever I have sharing with you, like talking to people, reading books, even writing. So, so this also activity I did. Just write whatever is coming to my mind. So no logical writing or no writing with thinking about the exactly what I'm writing. It's just writing whatever I'm writing. So I remember that at some time I was writing that my handwriting is awesome. That's how I started. I love to read my handwriting. I love to read everything which I write. So whatever was coming to my mind, my only intention for that day was to just write. And I made up a mind that whatever is coming to my mind, I will just write that. And then at the end of the day, I will read it and see what I've read. So you can play such games. Basically, it's game people play. There's a book called Games People Play, and this is a combination of the games people play plus uh, concept of atomic habits by James Clear. Like there's a book which is James Clear is coming is very soon. The second book there he's talking about this time packets, time pockets. Sorry. So he's talking about a concept called time pockets. The book will be there very soon. So since I attend his live sessions, so there he was talking about it. So he said you create your own favorite time pockets. It could be a 2 minute time pocket, it could be a 5 minute time pocket, it could be 10 minute, 15 minute, whatever. And you just do it without attaching any meaning to it. And then you see what happens. So I call it 5 good minutes.
So Pinaki, what you said now? Ki don't attach any meaning to it. Why like that?
Yeah, because when you attach any meaning to it, it will be like you will be adding a lot of logical questions to it. Like, like what am I getting out by doing it? What sense is it making? It doesn't make any sense.
No, but that's okay. No, what is wrong with that?
The point is that those 5 minutes, you are not supposed to add any meaning because the whole point is you just let it flow as it is flowing. It is your choice whether you want to add any meaning or not. But the whole point is that you are basically enjoying the moment, relaxing. It's not about what I'm missing out, fear of missing out. No, it's not even joy of missing out. It's all
No, but
about it's all about enjoying the moment.
see, basically, like whether it is that 5 minutes or anything we do entire day, right? We should see if we don't enjoy what we are doing, then we cannot do it much, right? So we should.
Yeah, the intention here is that consciously aware of it. That I'm consciously connecting to myself. It's all about conscious connection with self and consciously ensuring that I'm enjoying this moment. I'm consciously aware of it that I'm enjoying these 5 minutes. And I'm putting these 5 minutes into an activity which for which I'm finding very difficult to take out time for myself. Like I said, talking to my friends. So I just picked up, let me talk to my friends. I discovered that I still have contact numbers of so many friends on my mobile, but I rarely talk to them. We are in a WhatsApp group where we are simply posting or exchanging good morning messages or maybe some jokes, etc. That's it. But we are not talking to each other. So I just talk to them, setting up conscious connection with them also.
What I do is I talk to them in my imagination.
Yeah. So now what I'm talking about, talking to them physically, actually doing that activity, dedicating time for that activity. Just do it and then you see what happens. You have the entire week to come back with your experience share. All right. Good night.
Good night, Pinaki ji. Thank you so much.